Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Good morning and welcome to Squiz Kids, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Thursday, December 17. In the last Squiz Kids for the year, talking kangaroos, Fiji's big cyclone, Addo-Carr's a bulldog, and Among Us meets Elf on the Shelf. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
Smarter than your average roo. That could become the catch cry for kangaroos everywhere following the news yesterday that kangaroos can communicate with humans. University researchers have just spent the past few months testing the problem-solving abilities of Australia's favourite marsupial. And it turns out that when they're presented with a problem with which they need help, like getting food out of a sealed box, they will turn to the nearest human and, through eye contact, touching and body language, ask for help. Why is this even a thing? Because until now it's mostly been domesticated animals, dogs and cats, believed to be capable of meaningful interaction with humans. But now we know that roos like to talk to us too. Dr. Dolittle eat your heart out. There's a link in today's episode notes to a video of the experiment.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Fiji and Tonga, where two separate cyclones are brewing and threatening widespread damage. Tropical cyclone Yasa was expected to smash into Fiji this evening. It has been classified as a Category 5 cyclone with winds of up to 270 kilometres an hour, expected to wreak havoc across the popular holiday island. Some sort of Christmas present, that is. Meanwhile, Cyclone Zazu is behaving itself just that little bit more. Yesterday, it was building to a Category 1 storm off the coast of Tonga, with winds of 90 kilometres an hour, which is still really strong. Yesterday, Fijians were being urged to board up their homes, prepare emergency supplies, and have a route planned to their nearest evacuation centre, which sounds serious. Stay safe over there, Fijian and Tongan friends.
Sport time.
It's official, ladies and gentlemen. The Fox is moving on. Not Fantastic Mr. Fox, or Fox in Socks by Dr. Zeus, but the footballing Fox, otherwise known as Josh Addo-Carr, with the news yesterday that the star rugby league winger will be moving from the Melbourne Storm to join the Canterbury Bulldogs. Addo-Carr will play one more season with the premiership-winning Storm next year before scooting up the Hume Highway to Sydney to join the Doggies. Meanwhile, all eyes will be on the Adelaide Oval today to see who will be opening the batting for Australia as the cricket test match kicks off against India. With David Warner off injured, speculation has been swirling all week about whether Queenslander Joe Burns will be tapped to lead the batting charge, despite a run of ordinary form. Find a spot on the couch and settle in.
Pop Culture Corner.
For our final pop culture corner for the year, we couldn't think of a better combination than the hugely popular online game Among Us and the terrifyingly popular Christmas tradition Elf on the Shelf. Because a merging of the two on the internet is exactly what has happened, with clever folks all over the world combining their love of the elf with their obsession with the imposter, creating clever posts and crossover memes. Could the elf on the shelf, that twinkly-eyed little Christmas member of so many households, really be the ultimate imposter? You be the judge. There's a link to some of the best crossover memes in today's episode notes. This is the last daily episode of Squiz Kids for the year, folks. I know, I'm going to miss you too. But don't worry, I'm not abandoning you completely. Because you've all been such good kids throughout the year, there's a whole bunch of Squiz Kids summer programming coming your way. starting tomorrow with the first annual Squizzy Awards, where we cast our eye over the year that was and announce the winners of the Squizzy for the weirdest, the smelliest, the cutest, the funniest and most inspiring news stories of the year. Then, next Monday, keep an eye out for the Kids vs Adults Bumper Holiday Quiz, a test to see who's smarter in your household, the big people or the little people. And then, every Monday after that, and continuing each week until you're all back at school, we'll be dropping a new quiz to test your knowledge of everything from pop culture to sports, world news to Australiana. Perfect for those long family road trips, or to play over dinner or at the beach or around the campfire this Christmas. And the best way, of course, to make sure you don't miss out is to subscribe to Squiz Kids in your preferred podcasting app to receive notifications each time a new piece of content lands. All of it fun, free, fresh.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. Name the popular holiday destination in the South Pacific bunkering down in the face of a cyclone this week. That's right, it's Fiji. Question number 2. What's the name of the Melbourne Storm player heading to the Canterbury Bulldogs in 2022? You got it, it's Josh Addo-Carr. Question number 3. What's the name of Santa's little helper who visits households all over the world in the lead up to Christmas and is being implicated in a bunch of Among Us internet memes? Yeah, it's the elf on the shelf.
Shout-outs.
It's December 17, birthday of Aussie Rules players Jack Silvani and Nathan Brown. Have a very footy birthday, fellas. Plus, it's only 8 sleeps until Christmas. Santa Claus is coming to town, people. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today. Tiana from Listerfield, Dylan from Eastwood, Tisha from Wellington Point, Corey from Casino, Willow from Deniliquin, Oscar from Cornubia, Asher from Westmead, Laura Lee from Mount Martha, Elsie from Mawillimbar, Emmeline from Dingabladinga, Gabriella from Claremont, Dimitri from Darwin, Noah from Narromburn, Celine from Narwee, and Willa from Newcastle. And some belated birthday shout-outs to Miranda from Abbotsford and Zeke from Melbourne. And because it's our very last show of the year, we're going to make sure that every Squiz Kid celebrating a birthday between tomorrow and the end of this year doesn't miss out on their birthday shout-out. So, we're going to do an extra special long birthday shout-out. So, if you've got some wallpaper to hang or a fence to paint or some grass to watch grow, now might be a good time to go and do that, unless, of course, it's your birthday coming up. Meanwhile, I'm going to need the birthday reggae tune to help me out here. Hit it. Very happy birthday to Lydia from Hurstville, Mia from Bolwarra, Lincoln from Darley, Alicia from Lake Munmora, Miles from Dramana, Amos from Wellington Point, Isabel, Emily, Elise, Xavier, Lila and Logan from Sydney, Natasha from Jindalee, Gemma from The Gap, Gracie from Albany Hills, Sam from Ainsley, Francis from Faulkner, Emanuela from Adelaide, Sian from Seven Hills, Thomas and Olivia from Mooney Ponds, Katie from Kalara, Cyprus from Wallachia, Ruby from Bowral, Kaya and Bella from Blacktown, Alexis and Ochako from Perth, Mac from Baldivis, Logan from Losedale, Felicity from Upper Mount Gravatt, Ardash from Wentworthville, Lucas from Hurstville, Owen from Oran Park, Alice from South Hurstville, May from Walpole, Abby from Jindalee, Millie from Baldivis, Billy from Mount Martha, Ava from Morningside, John from Brunswick West, Glenn from Maitland, Brooke from Abbotsford, Shakira from Victoria, Keely from Gembrook, Holly, Darcy, and Caitlin from Redlynch, Evelyn from Camberwell, Yuchi from Tauraggi, William from Kingaroy, Matilda from Ferntree Gully, Max from Alstonville, I'm about to pass out, Lucas from Maroubra, Hadley from Yarralumla, Stephen from Broken Hill, Axel from Canberra, Ollie from Durrandurra, Zola from Double Bay, Rocky from Allambie Heights, April from San Remo, Jake from North Curl, Amisha from Seven Hills, and Xavier, who's listening all the way over there in Fengyuan in Taiwan. Can I get a hallelujah? That may be my finest work yet. That's all we have time for today because I've now got to go and collapse in a corner. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids, not just today, but throughout the entire year. We'll be back again after the school holidays. In the meantime, I want you all to get out there and have a most excellent Christmas and New Year. Stay safe, everybody. Over and out. Squiz Kids is proudly supported by the Judith Neilson Institute for Journalism and Ideas.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.